Hello, I hope you are doing really good. So today the title of this video is Beyond the COVID-19. So as I promised, I invited Dr. Lebian. So he will be here to explain to us some topics about that. So just let him. There we go. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Joseph. Thank you very much
Hello.
for this
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah, thank you very much to you because I know you are really busy, but you took your time to be here. So I really appreciate that.
It is my pleasure and my honor. Especially, we are going to be sharing
Yeah,
something very important to many
exactly.
people out there.
Exactly. That's correct. That's correct. So tell me, how do you feel?
I am good. Thank you very much. After
Okay.
almost 8 months of
Mhm.
lockdown, I
Yeah.
think we are ready to move forward.
Yeah. I think. So do you think that we are ready to move forward?
Yes, we should.
Okay.
Business should be starting already. Our life
Mhm.
should also start already.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. I love that spirit. So actually, about the COVID-19, that will be our topic for today. So we'll talk about beyond COVID-19. So you will explain to us what happened exactly about that, and you will try to clarify the situation. So about that, and I want to ask, how do you leave this situation? How do you handle that? As a doctor, as a father, as a husband? How do you handle that?
I remember, as many people also remember, it was late January of this year, isn't it? Almost February that we got the big news that
Yeah,
there is a virus.
yeah,
And they say the virus comes from bats.
okay,
And they say it is because some people in a country, a big country, is
yeah,
eating bats. So
mm-hmm.
they develop an illness and they say it is a new kind of virus.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but the spread of the virus is so fantastic and so fast. And they were
Mm-hmm.
showing people dying on the street.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
people are afraid,
Yeah,
even in our
exactly.
country here.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know if he also was afraid, but they locked down everything by February
Mm-hmm. The Philippines, right?
in the Philippines, right?
Just
So, as a father, my first concern is about the safety of my family. So I told my family they should not get out for
okay.
several months.
Wow.
And even as doctors, we were required to go out,
Mm-hmm.
but not our family. We have
Yeah.
to go out as frontliners to
Okay.
take care of those who are getting sick.
Yeah.
And we saw many people dying, even in the country.
Wow. This is
But
really
then,
sad.
as we move forward, we realized it is a virus.
Mm-hmm.
And although it is deadly,
Mm-hmm.
we should not rely on something from the outside to protect us.
Exactly.
Like many virus, it is our
Mm-hmm.
own body that
Okay.
should protect us. Our own
Okay.
immune system, Joseph. So that is how I
Yeah. You.
help people.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so actually, I heard about something like a medicine about that is like an injection. So they will give that to
Uh-huh.
some people. Yeah. So can you explain more about that, please?
Right now, many countries are scrambling to produce a vaccine
Mm-hmm.
that will be given by injection
Okay.
because they know whoever is the first one to invent or discover a vaccine
Okay.
will become very, very successful and prosperous.
Exactly.
But Joseph, I believe that the development of vaccine should take time. It is easy to say a vaccine is 90% plus effective. Yes, it is easy. But more than important than effective, we should be careful that it is safe.
Okay. So,
Because we do not want to inject people with a
mhm,
vaccine that is effective but will
mhm.
cause other illnesses.
Exactly. That's right. That's really correct. So actually, if we don't have something like a medicine about that, so how can you manage that? How can we manage the situation?
Honestly, this is my own personal feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they say the vaccine is already ready,
Mm-hmm.
I will think and say to myself, if the COVID is a new
Mm-hmm.
virus, which is started only 2019, late of 2019, that means they have less than 1 year to study the virus and the vaccine.
Okay.
I will wait first. I will let all those who are interested get injected first. I will observe if they have side effects. If they have
Mm-hmm.
none, maybe I will consider. But I will not be the first in line.
So actually, we should just put a mask and face sheet and then go out.
Well, for me, when we wear a mask, we are not
Mm-hmm.
actually being protecting ourselves. We are protecting other people because the mask will prevent our saliva from going out. So the mask is not to protect us. The
Okay.
mask is to protect the other people. Now, the face shield is questionable right now. There
Okay.
are countries that require face shield, like our country. But
Mm-hmm.
there are countries that do not require face shield.
Okay. But why? Require.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, because they say face shield will probably protect your eyes, but in case some saliva will enter your eye, but
Mm-hmm.
they say wearing eyeglasses or wearing goggles is enough.
Okay. But actually, about the face mask, I have a question. It's about the quality of the face mask because actually we do have a lot of quality of face mask. We have the low quality, good quality, and even when you go to the mall, you will find a face mask for something like 100 peso. So the price is different. So I want you to explain more about the face mask and which type of quality should we use.
Well, you have to think like a doctor. Imagine a doctor doing a surgery or operation. We
Okay.
have a special mask. It has several layers. We call it ply. But right now, in our country, we have people wearing fashion masks. It
Okay.
has no much protection. It is only a simple cloth. And it
Mm-hmm.
is funny how some people they wear mask but they do not cover their face. They put the
Mm-hmm.
mask here in their chin.
That's correct.
And then they also wear a face shield, but they do not put the face shield in front of their face, but they
Yeah.
put it here on their head.
Let me do that like that.
Yes, like that. And you put the face mask here.
And then
So
for the face
it
mask,
is useless.
they're just doing like that.
That's what they see.
And this is not good.
Not good. Useless.
Yeah, this is really useless. And about this kind of face mask, I noticed that there is sometime a low quality about that. So I was to the mall this morning, and then I found two types of mask. This
Uh-huh.
kind of mask. Yeah. So why are they doing that? Is it from China? I don't know. I don't understand why there is a lot of quality, but for the same kind of.
There are two kinds of surgical mask like that. One is 2 layers, that is cheaper, and the other one is 3 layers, and that is better.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Aha. So the
Okay.
thicker the mask, the better.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what do you think about the tissue? Mask with tissue.
Well, I think it's also okay.
Mm-hmm.
For me personally, I like the KN95 mask because of the shape of the mask. It is
Yeah.
triangular like that, so that at least
Mm-hmm.
it does not uh, hamper my speaking.
Okay.
So I like that type of mask, the triangular type of mask.
Okay. So this kind of mask is also good.
I think it is also good. But what is important is it covers the side of the face. Now, the
Mm-hmm.
problem with that surgical mask, if you want to show it again, it does not
Mm-hmm.
close the side of the face.
Okay.
So, what is important is it closes the side of the face.
Like that.
Mhm.
Something like that.
Now, if you do it like that, if you wear it, it
Yeah.
is open on the side.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that is not a protection at all.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I prefer that you get the one that is triangle in shape so that it covers the whole face.
Okay. So that means this one is useless.
Not really useless, but not a very good protection.
Okay. I get your point. So thank you for sharing that, doctor. I really appreciate. And actually, I have one more question. It's about because of this pandemic, you can see some store was closed about that, and also some domain was down. So I don't know. Do you think that the economy of the country will be, how can I say that, the economy of the country will be good again?
Well, it is very sad, you know. Even our biggest fast foods, about 200 of them are closing already. The biggest coffee shops, they are also closing. I see
Mm-hmm.
some workers, they work only one half of the month, and the other half, they are not working. So people are spending the same amount, but they are earning only one half of their usual income. So
Mm-hmm.
people are very having a hard time financially right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we have to be positive. You know,
Exactly.
remember, Joseph, in 1918, there was a similar pandemic like this.
Mm-hmm.
But in 2 years' time, the economy was able to go up, the people were able to recover. So I believe our first year is finished. I think
Mm-hmm.
our second year, we are going to struggle, but
Yeah.
on the third year, I think we have already recovered.
Wow. So, as per you, so you think that in 3 years everything will be good?
I believe so. Especially we are resilient kind of people. We know how to save. We know
Mhm.
how to cut down on expenses. I think we will survive.
Okay. So actually, I also notice about the people who are working. It's about transportation. So there is no transportation. Actually, people are using taxi, and it's really expensive. Some other people are using them on car, but it's also expensive. What about the people? Because here in the Philippines, we had before something like a jeepney. So with the cheaper price, and it was not really expensive to go somewhere. But what do you think about those kind of people who are not really able to manage their money and then use a lot for the transportation?
Well, it is both sad to see even our own jeepney drivers and taxi drivers begging on the street. They are not allowed. to drive their vehicle, so they get hungry. But
Okay.
you know what this pandemic brought in was a lot of people using their bicycle. So it
Mm-hmm.
is both sad and happy, as I believe, because now we see people cycling towards their work. And I hope
Mm-hmm.
that will stay. I think
Yeah.
we should build a lane for bicycles, and I think we should
Mm-hmm.
encourage people to use a lot more of the bicycle. That will cut down on the pollution, but that will also cut
Mm-hmm.
down on their expenses.
Yeah. Wow. So that's thank you for that. And also, the thing I was thinking actually is about criminality. You know, actually because of this pandemic as well, so
Okay.
the criminality grow. So there is a lot of criminality actually. So do you think that there is a way the government can do to handle that?
Well, each government, whether the biggest government like the United States is having difficulty, our own country in the Philippines is having difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I will confess to you and be honest,
Mm-hmm.
about June or July, I
Mm-hmm.
respect and have so much respect for the countries in Africa
Wow.
because they were the ones who told the WHO, World Health Organization,
Yeah,
we will not follow your style of treating people. We
that's
will
right.
give our own herbal medicine.
That's
And
right.
they were giving a plant called Artemisia. And
Yeah.
a lot of the countries in Africa have
Mm-hmm.
very, very low cases
Mm-hmm.
of COVID.
That's right.
Imagine that. If you compare some of the countries in Africa versus the cases in the USA,
Mm-hmm.
some African countries are better off in treating COVID using
Mm-hmm.
herbal drinks from Artemisia plant. So I respect you people from Africa.
I respect you, doctor. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I really appreciate this kind of feedback. So it's really good for me. And by the way, I noticed that you just opened your own hospital, actually. So this is for me
Well,
impact. So can you talk about that? Yeah.
well, it is because of the grace of God. Because I believe that we work, but of course we need guidance from above. And for more than 25 years, I have been practicing wellness and natural medicine. In
Okay.
my first 2 years, I worked in a regular hospital and I
Mm-hmm.
usually prescribe synthetic medicine.
Mm-hmm.
But early in my career, I was introduced to a very good doctor. He is known as the doctor from the barrios, doctor of the mountains. He
Okay.
became a senator of the Philippines. He
Wow.
encouraged me to go into natural medicine. So I
Wow.
studied abroad and learned about herbs and plants. And
Mm-hmm.
25 years later, I
Mm-hmm.
find it is a very successful practice. So I
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of other branches already, and
Yeah.
the latest one is in Antipolo, and
Okay.
hopefully we can use natural and herbal medicine for these people.
Yeah. So about that, I just want to remind that I am one of your patients. So
Oh,
and I can say that you are really, really, really excellent on your domain. So
oh, thank you so much. I admire you as well. I admire you as well for
yeah.
liking our country, for
Mhm.
staying in this country, and a lot of people look up to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And also, one occasion you just mentioned about a lot of branches of your hospital. So, can you tell more about that? Where is it located and all those things?
Well, I have one in Quezon City. I used to
Mhm.
have one in Manila, in the center of
Mm-hmm.
Manila. I used to have one in Parañaque, and I have several in the provinces. But of course, because of the lockdown, everything
Mm-hmm.
was closed as well
Wow,
because the
that's
people cannot go to the clinics. So we
mhm.
have to close everything. But right now, we are trying to open up slowly again.
But I think you forgot to mention something that you was really smart by creating online consultation.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
because people are afraid to go out,
Mhm.
especially the senior citizens and the young ones. So
Mhm.
instead of going out, we do online consultation, and then I try my best to help them buy
Mhm.
online.
Wow, wow, that's perfect. So, and also, what I notice as well is while being a great doctor, an excellent doctor, I can say that you are also a great entrepreneur because you are creating your own company, you are creating your own brand. So, can you tell us more about the process of creating a
Well, it is
company? Mhm.
it is both easy and difficult at the same time. You know how it is in business. There are ups and there are downs. And unfortunately, during this pandemic, most of the businesses, including our businesses, are down. People
Yeah.
are not going out. People are not buying. Well, because people also have not much enough cash to buy. And you know, in medicine, we cannot charge too much to people because we have to also consider that medicine is not a business but a mission. So we just try to recover, and hopefully by next year, the business will be much better.
All right. Good. And you mentioned as well that I would like to talk more about the natural medicine because in our country, in our continent, Africa, because I am African, basically from Cameroon, so we used to adapt to we used to handle ourselves with the natural medicine. That's all.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So I just want to know how did you learn about that and how did you put that here in the society? Because I know as well that many people love to take something like paracetamol, quinine, and all those things. So how do you do to, to bring people to take that
Okay.
medicine?
Well, I have been to several countries in Africa as well, and I admire those countries that I went to. I've been to Angola, I have been to Kenya, and if you are going to compare the general body and health of the Africans compared to the people in the USA,
Mm-hmm.
you can see that the Africans are healthier.
Wow.
The body is better, the
Mm-hmm.
muscle is better.
Yeah.
As you can see, even in the USA, they have so much obesity. They
Mm-hmm.
are huge, they are big because of the food that they eat.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't live long. A lot of them, they get sick at the age of 50 or 60. If
Okay.
you compare that to many Africans with a very good body, I have heard that people can reach up to 80 or 90. That is
Okay.
the same for the Philippines before. Before the
Mm-hmm.
Americans came to the Philippines, we rely on natural and herbal medicine. But when the
Mm-hmm.
Western civilization came to the Philippines, we adopted their
Mm-hmm.
food. We are also eating their
Mm-hmm.
hamburgers, we are eating their hot dogs, whereas before we are
Mm-hmm.
only
That's
eating a lot of the fish and vegetables. So we are also getting the
mm-hmm.
illnesses of the Western world. Now, I
Yeah.
believe we should bring back the tradition of long ago to eat more vegetables,
Yeah.
to eat fish, to cut down on processed food, to cut down on
I
fast
agree.
food. and also to cut down on synthetic medicine, but
I
use
agree.
natural and herbal medicine.
I agree. All right.
Thank you.
That's good. That's good.
You can see your body. I can see your body. You have a very athletic body, Joseph.
Yeah, thank you.
See?
You know,
Oh, that
because
means,
sometimes I'm doing some exercise, and also you advise to me
yes,
some medicine to take like vitamins, natural vitamins to take.
that is the good body. And that body is better than the body of many Western countries. Your
Wow.
kind of body.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. I love that. uh, Also, actually, you mentioned that you did a lot of country. So, what do you what experience did you learn on those country? And also, I would like to talk about the partnership because on your Facebook, I saw that you was something like on a conference with people. So, can we share that to us if
Oh,
yeah?
yes. Okay. Well, what I do is I go to countries that believe in natural medicine. And then, of course, I try to study those kinds of plants and herbs that they
Mhm.
use. And I
Yeah.
try to bring those medicine back to the Philippines. So we
Mhm.
import those medicines. And
Okay.
we use that together with our Western medicine practice here. And
Mm-hmm.
then later on, we tell people, cut down on so much synthetic medicine. And
Mm-hmm.
together, you take the natural medicine. You
Mm-hmm.
know, a lot of people are getting better.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are thankful. They are happy because they are not dependent on so much
Mm-hmm.
medicine. I
Exactly.
believe our body is not designed to take so much medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I believe our body is designed to take good food, healthy food,
Yeah.
to act as your medicine.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. All right. And I hope they really understand what you are saying, and they will apply right away. So,
Yes, yes.
mhm. So actually, do you
Actually, I
have?
am teaching that also. I
Mm-hmm.
am teaching that to some of my seminars. I do
Mm-hmm.
webinars and I
Mm-hmm.
get invitation. And that is my mission, to
Mm-hmm.
bring back the Philippines to the time where we
Exactly.
are when we are healthier. You know,
Exactly.
40 or 50 years ago in the Philippines, the people are living up to 90 years old.
Mm-hmm.
We have grandparents who live up to 90 years old, but now no more. Filipinos are dying at 60 or 65.
Mm-hmm.
Something is lacking. And
Yeah.
what is lacking there is the natural approach to their health.
Yeah. Correct. So thank you for sharing that one more time. And also when while you was talking, I just my mind just popped up about something. It's about McDonald's, KFC, Jollibee. So those kind of food. Can we talk about those kind of food? And what do you think they should ban that kind of food?
Honestly, we probably all have tried those fast food,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it is not the correct food for our everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
The best food for our everyday life is the one prepared at home, not the
Mm-hmm.
food that you buy from the outside. Because
Mm-hmm.
the food that you buy from the outside or commercial food, of course,
Mm-hmm.
it has a lot of chemicals in them. And
Exactly.
those chemicals will get inside our body. So it
Mm-hmm.
is better that we only eat those kind of food maybe once a month or maybe during holidays. But
Exactly.
for our everyday meal, it should be home prepared food.
Exactly. So you are really right, Doc. You are really right. And I wanted to add as well. It's about you mentioned about your school. So I saw in your profile that your school in Saint Thomas. Is it Saint Thomas? Yeah, Saint
Well,
Thomas.
actually, I used to teach. I like teaching students who are interested in going into health or wellness career. But
Mm-hmm.
of course, that is taking so much of my time. So
Mm-hmm.
right now, I have cut down on the teaching and I only
Mm-hmm.
teach them only through webinars. But
Yeah.
before I go to a regular school, like a professor, I go to the
Mm-hmm.
board, I write down my lesson, but I
Yeah.
do not flunk people. Everybody passes in my class. Nobody flunks in my class.
Wow. Wow. So that means you are a great professor, great teacher.
Not really, not really. But I believe that learning is depends on the person. We cannot say a person who gets all A will be successful. A person who gets all 95% will be successful because
Exactly.
more than the IQ, I believe EQ
Mm-hmm.
is a better measurement of intelligence.
Yeah.
Emotional quotient is better than intelligence quotient.
Okay. So what are you saying about emotional conscious?
Okay, there are people, even my classmates, they are very good in memorizing the book,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't know how to speak to the patients
Mm-hmm.
because the patients does not care even if you memorize the book.
Mm-hmm.
What is important to the patient is that you care about them,
Mm-hmm.
that you show compassion to them, that
Yeah.
you are there for them. It is
Mm-hmm.
not important that you know everything about medicine. So that is what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying. IQ is memorizing the book.
Mm-hmm.
EQ is about showing compassion and care to your patient.
Oh, okay. Uh, what do you prefer between the two?
I prefer EQ.
Thank you.
I prefer EQ. But of course, intelligence is also important. You must know
Mm-hmm.
medicine. But patients wanted to feel care. They want to be held. They want you to touch them. They want
Mm-hmm.
you to give them soothing words. They want
Mm-hmm.
reassurance. We cannot say to patient, Mr. So and so, you have cancer, you have 2 weeks to live.
Mm-hmm.
Patients do not want to hear that. Even if you know
Exactly.
you have 2 weeks to live, patients do not want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Patients want to know that you are there to be with them.
Okay. Perfect. So actually, I think I'm really done with my question. Do you have something else to add to share with us?
Well, I think this interview and YouTube post
Yeah.
of Mr. Joseph is going to be very successful because he's going to invite a lot of people and interview a lot of people here. So
Yeah.
I encourage everyone who is watching this, the first few episodes, to continue following up, click like, subscribe,
Exactly.
and share to your friends because a lot of
Exactly.
people will benefit from this post.
That's true. That's true. Thank you so much for the recommendation. I really appreciate it. And also, I recommend people to go to your medicine, to go to your hospital. I wanted to say so. Can you remind the name, please, again?
Well, anyway, just look for my name in
Mm-hmm.
Facebook. It's Edwin A Bien. And if you send me a message through the
Mm-hmm.
messenger, and if I am not busy, I will be glad to answer your questions.
Okay.
That's it.
Good. And the good news is I just put your name in the description so they can find your name there and then just message me messenger. So
Thank you very much.
you are
Thank you very much.
you are
You are
welcome.
very kind and generous.
Thank you. And I am the one to say thank you to you because as I told before, I know you are really busy and you took your time to be there. So that's a real pleasure for me to have you there. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
So my last question, since almost done, is in the world and where you when you was gone, and if someone asks you to choose one of those part of the world, which city did you do you have will you choose?
Choose one. It is difficult. Well, it is difficult to say. It will be case to case basis.
Mm-hmm. Why? Can you?
Well, it depends on the situation. What is important for me is I am here to serve people. I am
Okay.
here to offer wellness and natural medicine to people. I will
Okay.
go where I am needed and where God will take me. So I thank
Perfect.
you because this life, I think, has been productive. And I think this interview is part of the productive life that is being given to me. So thank you for the
Exactly.
opportunity. Thank you for your time.
You are welcome. You are welcome. And you know, I am also improving myself. So thank you for the opportunity as well. It's reciprocal. So,
Salamat po. And I hope you
salam.
learn how to say salamat po.
Oh, I strongly
Salamat
recommend
po.
Dr. Edwin. Salamat.
And follow this YouTube post.
Of
Subscribe and
course.
like.
Yeah. So that we can share as well. After that, we can share as well. So subscribe, like, and share. Also comment.
All right.
So there
Okay.
is a
So bye for
question.
now.
Mhm.
And I'll see you someday again. Okay?
Okay, okay, we keep chatting.
Bye for now.
Bye.